Hey guys, welcome to your daily astrological horoscope for Sunday, February 18th. And ooh, does it feel like I'm taking a long time to get this one done after I just finished doing Saturday, Mercury, Sun, and we're finally through with Sunday here. It's it's been a very tiring day. I'll try to, put a bit of energy into this video because the moon is in Aries, and that is where my moon sign is, which means that I'm having a lunar return soon. So I got to bring up them vibrations and talk about what's going on. What are the recommendations for today? So what's up, y'all? We Pisces season officially, as you can see up here. Yeah, that Pisces season, we in there, we dreamy, we taking our time, we connecting with others, we're expanding ourselves on a both emotional and spiritual level. We are going we're going to places. We're going the energetic waves, right? So we're definitely connecting on a more expansive level, not in a physical way, but again in a emotional, spiritual way. So what do we got going on today, right? What do we got going on? It is Friday, February, 5 p.m. And the moon will have entered Aquarius. Now, Aquarius? Wow. Niwa, Aries. Can you English? Moon and Aries. All right, so what do we got? We got moon trining off with Ceres, which is great, right? And I say right, but give me a second. I'll go ahead and explain that. Aries is about new beginnings, new starts, starting new ideas, new projects, new stuff. It's the sign of the beginning. It starts the year, right? So moon being here, we have a innate feeling to really start things. And now it hasn't exactly been, actually, I think it's already been 48 hours since our solar eclipse. So having finally left Pisces, we can go ahead and start things. We can definitely go ahead and jump in, be like, let's do it, and be able to get that energy out there and get things going. Now, the reason why I say this is a good thing in regards to Ceres is because Ceres is asking us what needs to be nurtured in our lives, right? Ceres is being backed up by Leo right now. So it's that Leonin energy. It's that courage. It's that love to be able to go out and nurture that what you love most with the courage and the vitality to be able to get it done, right? So that's what's going on with Ceres, and as it conjuncts the moon here, we feel really good emotionally. We feel fiery. We're in a fire sign. We're starting new things. We have Ceres to back us up. It's all flaming. I was gonna say Gucci, but I'm just like, it's popping, right? That's the word I'm looking for. It is popping. Now of course, we do have a red aspect, right? Y'all can see it from here. Our moon is going to be squaring Saturn, which means that with this new beginning, we want to learn a lesson, right? We finished off with Pisces. We finished off with that lunar cycle of going from Aries to Pisces. And with the moon in Aries, we want to be able to learn something through this transit. Now, obviously, I'm talking about the zodiacal transit as well as the solar transit, and even to a certain point, even the ecliptic transit. So, yeah, we have like 3 cycles going off right now. By the way, if you didn't notice, we have like 3 cycles going off. So, this is a very, very big time to start things, right? You guys always know that I always wait until Aries to be able to start anything in a lunar cycle, or starting from a new moon to a full moon. I mean, there have been times when Aries happens to be on the fuller side of things, but for the most part, with our new moons here, we wait till Aries to start things because Aries really brings that energy to just spark things in, right? Being in that crescent moon phase, we're still really big on putting energy, storing energy, bringing up vibrations, which is great because Aries got that like intensity, right? Aries literally has one of the highest energy levels aside from Leo, because Leo is ruled by the sun. So, but Aries is the most intense sign aside from Scorpio, who rules intimacy and intensity. Both of them are Martian though, which is great. Aries is just so powerful that it can literally overcome any sun sign. So if you have an Aries moon, your Aries moon will show more than your sun sign will, because that's your vibrant, powerful, explosive, popping energy. And we want to take that energy to move forward, to start things, to create things, to make things happen. Now, of course, because of this square to Saturn, I feel there's also a lesson to be learned here. I was going to say election, like that's not even a word. A lesson to be learned here, right? Thinking about the fact that Saturn is in Capricorn and it's making an aspect to Mercury, my biggest like takeaway from this is that we don't want to fall into the trap of old cycles, right? We don't want to escape from the tasks that we need to do. We don't want to shriek or run away from our responsibilities and our commitments and connecting with others. We don't want to isolate ourselves. We don't want to divide ourselves. We've talked about this during the Mercury and the Sun and Pisces, and it's going to be a very Piscean theme as we go forward. But there's a desire to not repeat mistakes here, right? Saturn is in the sign of Capricorn, and Capricorn does rule traditions or things that have always been in the way they've always have been. Yeah. Right. So again, repetitions. So with the moon making this aspect, there's a desire to break away from the old and really move into the new. And it's great that there's a tricolor here between these three aspects, which means that as we look forward towards Ceres, Ceres is going to be teaching us what exactly we need to be nurturing so that we can break this cycle that we have been going through. We can break this mentality that we've had, this tradition that we've been holding on to, right? And we talked about it when the moon was in Capricorn during the waning crescent. We said, hey, there are things and structures that we need to let go. There are things that need to be put off that are not conducive for us anymore, right? Now we are in a waxing crescent. So we are now taking the steps, the initiatives to truly make sure that we don't fall back into those patterns that we were trying to release and let go and not go back into. Aries, moon and Aries here making this tricolor is really nailing down. Are you about it, or are you just all talk and no action? Are you going to say, oh yeah, I'm not going to let myself get used again, or I'm not going to fall for them trap holes no more? Are you really just saying that just to look good in front of someone else, or are you really about it? Because Aries is the first sign. It is about the self. It is the self-identity. It is who you is. Who are you? Are you really going to do that? Are you really going to go ahead and act who you're supposed to be? Or are you going to go back to what you know you shouldn't be going back to? So that's the big theme for today. And a little bit about the lows and highs for Aries. Again, lower vibrations of Aries will tell you that, low vibrations are, Aries is very impulsive, it's impatient, it has a bad temper. It is the most energetic sign, right? So of course this can translate to having an explosive amount of energy, and we're not exactly sure how to use it because of our lower vibrations. That leads to being rash, wanting everything to be quick, very what's the word that people say for our generation, that we want to just like manifest everything instantly, that we want everything on the spot, or in the end of the day just have a really bad attitude? Because let's be honest, a lower vibration Aries can be a very angry Aries. So again, these are vibrations that we want to make sure that we do not become a part of, and that we make sure that we elevate ourselves of And instead, we want to move to the higher vibrations of Aries, right? We want to be independent. We want to use that explosive energy and fuel it into enthusiasm. We want to be the pioneers. We will begin this new country, right? I know that the history of Christopher Columbus is a little bit jaded and very misrepresented in our educational systems, but the reason I bring it up is because, Christopher Columbus founded America, or so they say, but, founding a new nation, right? So this is a very Aryan quality of, we're going to start something new. We're going to start a new project. We're going to start a new nation. We're going to start a new business venture, which I'd wait till we get to Taurus, or at least closer to Taurus, to be able to do that, especially having both Athena and Uranus so close to each other on that cusp. But, it's definitely pioneering. You want to take that independence, that enthusiasm, go out and pioneer, start new things. Don't be afraid of where it will lead you. Just go, take the route. We have Mars and Sagittarius telling us to just go with the flow, have high expectations, have faith in what it is that you're doing. Go on a fucking adventure, because Sagittarius wants to experience things, right? So, don't hold anyone else's hand. Know that you are the captain of your own life, and be willing to walk it with your own 2 feet and not let other people walk it for you. That's Aries. That's the type of energy that you want to be embodying. I believe that's the right word. Today, as well as for the next day, which Aries moon will be in Aries. So again, take that creative energy, take that high vibration of wanting to start something new, of not being afraid of new things, to just go with the flow where you need to go, to be able to have faith in what it is that you want to do. Leave that lower vibration behind. Do not fall to fear. Do not fall to restlessness. Do not fall to self-harming attitudes. You definitely want to be nurturing your new start. We just had a solar eclipse with a new moon, black moon, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of energy here with Saturn also making that yod with Venus over to Ceres up there. So this is really teaching us about what it is that we want to be nurturing in our lives, what we want to be moving forward with our lives. We have a lot of really good aspects here. There's a couple squares, that's cool, we understand, but they're both a part of 2 tricolors. 2 tricolor yods, really. So if you look at these degrees, you can see that the design that is created is almost symmetrical. This is a really interesting thing, and from my perspective, it kind of looks like a foldable plane, where you just grab the plane and you throw it across the classroom, and then you watch as the teacher gets mad. But hey, you threw your plane, right? We'll deal with the consequences once we're there. But at that moment, I was like, I'm gonna do this because I think it's fun, it's cool, and you know what? I ain't afraid of the consequences. Just throw that motherfucker out there. So do that with your life. Go ahead and do not be afraid of what you may encounter or what you run into. Know that you do not need to fall back to the old structures that you've been in, and instead make sure that you are putting in the effort to become independent and to enthusiastically push forward where you need to go. So thank you all for listening. Much appreciated. You guys' support is always loved, and yeah, it's just like, it feels good, man. With that, stay safe, stay positive. As usual, I'll catch you guys on the next cast. Peace.